Stop! Is that on air?
Yes, it is on air.
Oh, please stop.
La 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 la.
You're just out of arm's reach, Darren.
Good morning, it's Taunton's 107.8 Tone FM. It's
morning,
Darren.
listener.
Good morning, listener. And my guest today is the lovely, adorable, very squeezable and huggable Trish Caller from the Taunton Comedy Festival. Hello, Trish.
Good morning, Darren, and how are you?
Do you know what? I'm much better for seeing you. You've taken your glasses off.
I have. I can't read with my glasses on.
Oh, well, that's a lot of good when you've got a load of stuff there to read in front of you.
Oh, no. I mean, I have to take my glasses off to read. I am of that age.
Are you trying to trip me up already?
Yes.
Darling, it won't work.
No, I know.
You know that.
No, but you've just lied and said you're very well, and you're not. You're full of snot.
Oh, great. Hello, if you're eating your cornflakes, by the way. There's a real image for you. Now, listen, Trish.
Yes.
The rules of being on the radio are quite simple.
Yep.
I just need to recap these, because you remember last time you were on the radio?
I've got it written on my bit of paper
What
here.
have you got written on your piece of paper?
Do not swear.
Yes, OK. Not that it was a major swear word.
Oh,
but
no, it was little. It was tiny.
It was a tiny, weeny, incy-wincy swear word. But then it could, in some areas, it wouldn't be classed as a swear word.
Absolutely not.
However,
in Somerset, it's
family
probably
listening,
part of the language.
That's right. It's probably part of normal everyday life, isn't it?
Did you say pirate?
No, part.
Oh, part. I thought you said pirate.
No, I didn't say pirate. I leave that to the mayor.
I was going to say you got me thinking of Libby when you said that.
Let's not go down that route again. Oh, Libby, bless her. That'll be an interesting setup. Me, you, and Libby doing a show together.
Wow.
Love it. In fact, you and Libby ought to do a show together.
Oh, we'd
I'm putting
love
together
it.
the Christmas schedule soon. How do you fancy doing that? You and Libby doing a show. That'd be great.
Definitely up for it. Libby is technically my sister from another mister.
A sister from another mister.
We have got so much in common. I mean, not many times in your life does somebody who you meet for the first time and you think, wow, you know, I really like you. I've got a lot in common with you.
Can I just say, if you're wondering at the moment, Trish is talking about Her Royal Highness Libby Lisco, the Mayor of Taunton.
Yeah, she's lovely. She's the best mayor Taunton has ever had.
Do you know what? I think you're actually right.
I hope there's no other ex-mayors listening.
Oh, there will be.
I'm sure you're one
But
of
if
the
there
two.
isn't, if there isn't, there'll be somebody that knows an ex-mayor or a forthcoming mayor.
And they can tell on me.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, okay.
Well, I'll back you up. They can tell on me as well.
Well, she's really good. She's so good for the town. She just does everything.
Isn't it a shame that mayors can only be in for once? And they're like, every year they get changed.
Can we not extend her?
That's an interesting concept. Let's extend the mayor. Anybody got a stretch machine available?
Oh, wouldn't it be great?
Yeah, it would, but anyway, there you go. Right, last time you and I saw each other, so we've got the rules out of the way.
Yep.
Be professional, no swearing.
I can do professional, Darren.
Well, that's good. I'm pleased about that. You were telling me outside there's very important people listening to the show today. Is that right?
Yeah.
There's always important people listening to the show.
I know.
But even more so because you're here.
Absolument.
Oh, absolument. Have you been learning French?
Maybe.
Oui.
D'accord.
Now, last time we saw each other was in aisle 10 of Asda.
It certainly was.
One afternoon.
Your poor girlfriend, we just chatted for flaming ages.
What, poor because I'm with her, or the fact that you chewed her ear off?
Bit of both.
Steady. So, coming up this morning, what delights do you have for me? Because it's always nice for you to come in preparation for doing a radio show, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got quite a long list of things here, all fun. I really, really enjoyed your guest yesterday from the wedding magazine.
Oh, Rachel, yes, she was great, wasn't she?
She was really inspirational, especially with her her ideas and feelings about how people should work together with the fun aspect and thing. I think that's missing in
No,
so
you're absolutely
many
right.
places.
And I have worked with them quite a lot over the last 2 or 3 years, and they are a wild bunch.
Well, yeah, you say wild.
They're known as the herd amongst
I saw that. I was looking on their website last
They're
night.
known as the herd.
Yeah.
So when they have a do, they just refer to themselves as the herd, and all their clients and all their friends know them as the herd.
I saw that on their website last night. I didn't listen to the whole show because I was going to work, but just that ethos of, when you've got happy staff that are all pulling in the same direction, you get an awful lot more out of them. More
Workplace
productive.
productivity, absolutely. It's like listening to the radio at work. There's a lot of people that will not allow their members of staff to listen to the radio at work because they think it's off-putting, but it's not. It actually increases workplace productivity.
I couldn't agree more. When I've got difficult things to type up or think about in work, I'll put my headphones on and listen to music, and I type faster.
Oh, well, there you go.
You know, you try and keep up with the beat.
Okay, so what else can you tell us about today? Just tease at the moment. We don't need to go into details
No,
at this
I've actually
stage.
got the word tease on my piece of paper,
Oh,
actually.
you are such a professional.
Well, it was about the wedding thing. I'd like to talk about the wedding I went to at the weekend, which was absolutely fantastic.
Excellent.
Got a few little stories from there.
Love it.
We've obviously got our listener in Dubai, who came over for the wedding for 48 hours. I mean, that's killing. Flew over with a little baby as well.
Really?
Yeah, who I couldn't let go of. She was absolutely beautiful. She is beautiful.
Oh, you're broody at the moment, aren't you?
Very. Good morning, Charlotte.
Charlotte's the daughter, by the way.
Yeah, she's lovely. And it was really nice to catch up with friends and, just spend time talking to people. It was a brilliant day.
Good, excellent. Okay, we'll talk more with Trish through the course of this morning. Right now, this is Eric Clapton, I Shot the Sheriff, and it's playing now on Taunton's 107.8 Tone FM. Your hand's gone up.
I was shooting.
Oh, right, okay. Thank you.
You said shot the sheriff.
I shot the sheriff.
Taunton's 107.8 Tone FM. Sugar Babes, Denial, which I'm so in. It's 18 minutes to 8. Good morning, it's Thursday. Weather-wise today, more rain on the way. Not as much as yesterday, though. Predominantly quite a dry day, but slightly cooler, highs of around 12. It's Darren here with The Breakfast Show with Broomhead and Source Solicitors, and my guest today is Trish Callett from the Taunton Comedy Festival. Every now and again, we like to shuffle the guests around and invite them back in and stuff, and of course, if you would like to be a guest one day, let us know. That's what we're about. We like to invite randoms to come in and have a chat with us and play radio stations, and that's exactly what Trish does. So in terms of Taunton Comedy and the festival itself, just to recap, earlier on this year, you had a very successful weekend
June
at
the
Taunton
23rd,
School. June the 23rd, and it was an excellent night. It really was.
Oh, it was brilliant. Milton Jones and a handful of other really, really good comedians. A fabulous MC called Jeff Whiting, who helps me with a lot of my comedy at the moment. A full marquee, a cracking night of entertainment. It was more than I could have expected, really. It was brilliant.
And a good hog roast as well, if I remember rightly.
Wasn't it delicious?
So from there, you've decided to do a few more comedy nights in and around town, which is great because I think it's something that Taunton needs.
I'm sensing an appetite for it.
Yeah.
I mean, comedy.
Well, based on the response of that particular festival, I think that was a real taster of what potentially could be going on in and around town.
Well, at the time, we didn't have a brew house, and I felt there wasn't anything happening, that people could go along and enjoy, and I just thought, let's try it, and it really was very successful. And I think I'd be nuts not to try and do more. It's comedy is just all very positive. It appeals. It's a win-win situation, really. Everyone gets a great night out. Up until now, all of the things I've done have all been for various charities. The next one is Christmas Chuckles at the Cricket Ground on the 19th of December. It'll be a full night's entertainment with a hot fork buffet. And
oh dear, of all the people to give that phrase to, why did it have to be you?
I did it.
You were very good.
Thank
well done.
you. And there is free cake, and you know how much I like the cake.
Cake.
Well, it's kind of included in your ticket price. However, the cakes have been donated by our friends at the Ministry of Cake.
Oh, wonderful. They never let you down.
No, Julie's been really great. So we're guaranteed some great pudding. If that's not worth buying a ticket for, I don't know what is.
And of course, you're raising money for St Margaret's Hospice on this occasion.
I am, yep.
Now, on the night, the 19th of December, now, if you haven't yet planned your Christmas party, this is something different, okay? I think it's not just your typical disco and meal and this, that and the other. So why not get yourself and your workmates together and come along and support Trish's cause on this particular one? Tell us about the night itself.
Okay, well, first of all, there's not that many tables left, so if you want to come...
Wow, you've done really well.
Yeah, it's, a lot...
And it's in the county room downstairs.
It's in the county room downstairs is where all the tables and the comedians and the disco are going to be. There will be buffet stations using upstairs as well, so there's plenty of room to mingle around and have a chat and have a drink and stuff. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I've got some cracking comedians coming down for this. The MC for the night is a chap called Gary Coleman. He's a Scouser.
What are you talking about, Willis?
Do you know he does that as part of his act?
Oh, brilliant.
But he's tall and bald and white. So
right, okay.
Complete polar opposite to
the
guy you're referring to. So he is amazing. He did really well at Edinburgh this year. The opening act is a chap called Yanni Ajisalu.
Right.
And he's Australian, and he did really, really well at Edinburgh as well. Now, remind me to go back to Edinburgh in a moment. Then in the middle, we've got two up and coming comedians called Dave Chawner and Rob Hughes. They are both really, really, really funny, just like the two middle ones we had at the Comedy Festival in June. Top quality. And then our headline act is Mr. Manford.
Which one though?
No. I want to say it's Mr. Manford. It's actually Colin Manford.
So it's Jason's brother.
It's Jason's brother, but he has got the same type of delivery as Jason, and a lot of his comedy is based on family and situation stuff, very much like Jason Donovan. Jason.
Oh Lord, Trish.
Jason Manford, and Colin's a really good laugh. He's even booked a hotel for the night, so I think he's up for dancing to your music afterwards as well.
Right,
so,
okay.
They're very approachable, so it's going to be a real cracking night. And again, it's for St Margaret's. Going back to the Edinburgh thing, I've never been. I've watched it. I know how fantastic it is, how successful it is, how everybody wants to go there, and it's comedy, wall to wall comedy, brilliant stuff. And I'd actually quite like to bring Edinburgh to the south. I want Taunton to be like
Taunton
a mini
Comedy Festival. It's got a ring to it, hasn't
well,
it?
that's what my thing is, the Taunton Comedy Festival. But I'd like to put on a fringe festival leading up to the big event, which next year is Sunday the 22nd of June 2014. I'm talking to a couple of really big headline acts at the moment, and that's about it. I've got the marquee has been secured by Taunton School again.
Right, okay.
And they were brilliant.
Are you going to give me any clues as to who you're talking to?
No.
We're going to play like that, are we, Trish Caller?
We are.
Right, okay.
But nothing's signed yet, so it would be unfair if I promised someone and then they didn't pitch up. So it'd just be assured it's going to be great.
Excellent.
And it's going to be bigger and it's going to be better, and there will be comedy in pubs and clubs leading up to the festival as well. A little mini fringe. Let's try that.
Everybody loves a mini fringe, don't they?
Trust you.
It's 12 minutes to 8, and we'll have more from Trish in just a moment. We've got the local travel news coming up, and I have just a great song from Capital Cities. It's called Safe and Sound. I'll play it next. It's on the way here at ToneFM. Oh, is that finished? Is it? Did I? Oh. No, there it is. Sorry, I pushed the wrong button there. Story of my life. It's Darren on The Breakfast Show here at Taunton's 107.8 Tone FM. My guest is Trish Caller, and we're talking all things comedy in the build-up to and around Christmas as well. You've got a few other things going on as well as the Christmas Chuckles at the Cricket Club, haven't you?
Yes, I have. I'll talk about a few events coming up. I've got one comedy show lined up every month. Up until June of next year, so I'd like to talk a little bit about that. But in the few moments that we've got now, I'd like to talk about that Stand Against Violence quiz that's happening at the golf club on Sunday.
Vivery Golf
Friday,
Club
on Friday.
Vivery Golf Club. Chappie from that TV show's doing it.
Paul Sinha.
Yeah,
I think he's called the Cinnamon from The Chase.
Yeah. Do you ever watch that show?
Yeah, I do sometimes.
Do you understand it?
Yeah, of course I do. I'm intelligent.
Oh, are you?
Yes, but I do like Pointless as well.
Pointless?
At BBC. Do you sleep in the afternoons, Darren?
No, well, actually, yeah. I watched this thing last night called Gogglebox or something.
I've caught that before.
Oh,
yeah.
No, and this is just something my missus wanted to watch, and it's just
it's very funny. But I did hear last night that the quiz has sold out, and I'm going, and I can't wait to meet the Cinnamon.
Oh, that's excellent. So if you've got tickets for that particular event on the Friday, then enjoy. I know it's definitely for a good cause. They form a charity of the month for us, Stand Against Violence, and Adam Foraker works tirelessly for that charity. You can meet Adam on the night, and of course you can get involved in that quiz night. And what a great venue as well, which is now being run by Ed and Jackie.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
So they are proper entertainers as well.
It's going to be a good night.
Yeah. Anyway, it's coming up to 8 o'clock. Well, it's sort of 4 minutes away. Up to the news we go. This is Electronic and Disappointed, playing now on Taunton's 107.8 Tone FM, with an absolute beast of a song from Marillion coming up, along with James Blunt. Taunton's 107.8 Tone FM, that's Kaylee from Marillion, whose front man was called Fish. And he was a big old bloke with a beard, and he was a really nice bloke as well. I remember interviewing him once, had a really good laugh with him. It's 6 minutes past 8. Good morning, it's Thursday. It's Darren here on The Breakfast Show with Broomhead and Saw Solicitors. My guest today is Trish Caller from the Taunton Comedy Festival. We're talking all things comedy. The ironic thing about this is the fact that, Trish, you're not funny in any way, size, shape or form at all.
Oh, cheers,
you're about
Darren.
as amusing as a lamppost.
Well, I've never been described as a lamppost. Maybe a letterbox. But never a lamppost. Thank you, Darren.
No,
what a vision.
Mate, you know I'm only joking.
I do.
You know I love you, really.
I'm the funniest woman in this chair.
You are. Well, you're the only woman in that chair, I think. That could be your thing when you come in. You have to have a joke every time you come in.
Well, it'll probably be the same joke.
Probably.
I am the funniest woman in this chair.
No,
and how could I ever outdo Libby with her jokes?
Well, yeah, we're talking Libby here, the mayor of Taunton, who popped in. In fact, we need to get Libby in some point because it's been a couple of weeks.
Yes, I've missed her. She's been on holiday.
Do you know, people actually do miss her. When she's on the radio, we get a lot of people sort of text or email or get in touch with us to say, oh, she's
I'm
great.
not surprised. Not surprised.
And if you would like to listen back to some of Libby's behaviour, then you can do. Just go to the website, tonefm.co.uk, click on our Listen Again feature. And there's
I saw that yesterday.
There's some stuff there with Libby. So what else is going on then, Trish? Excuse me.
Well, I'm starting a one-woman campaign to make Taunton a better place, basically.
Right, okay.
You know, give us a bit of an identity.
Do you feel then that Taunton has no identity?
Well, we've had this discussion, and you said cider. Well, I'd agree when we had Taunton cider. We've got Sheppey cider now, and a few local farmers, I'm sure, producing the good stuff.
And cricket.
We've got cricket. Cricket is brilliant, brings a lot of people to the town, but it's Somerset County cricket, and it's in Taunton, which is great. I'm not, bemoaning anything. I just think that Taunton could do with a real cultural boost, and I'm not just talking comedy. We've got the literary festival going on at the moment. Have you seen some of the people that they've managed to bring to Taunton?
Jon Snow.
Jeffrey Howe.
Douglas
Absolutely amazing.
Hurd?
Oh, that's the one. Was it both, or just one or the
Douglas
other?
Hurd. What did you say? John Howe?
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember. I'm old. But what I mean is the literary festival is brilliant. Some of the things they're putting on all around the town while that's on. We've also got the Cultural Innovation, the Creative Innovation Centre. CIC, which are putting on exhibitions and all sorts. And I'm actually going to be putting on a comedy show for them on the 12th of December.
Oh, right, okay.
Which is aimed at local young professionals. We're just working out the final details on that now, but that's going to become another local venue for good quality comedy, and right in the middle of town as well, with a bar.
Location is always an important part for these things, isn't it? Because
I think so.
You've got the car park just opposite.
Yeah, Indian just next door.
Indian next door to that. You've got a couple of pubs within throwing distance as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be on Thursday, the 12th of December. Look out for all the publicity about that coming up soon. We've actually got a really good MC on the first show, a lady called Laura Lex, who comes from Taunton. So yeah, she does.
Right,
have you heard of her?
Was she hosting something at the Wyvern Club recently?
Yes.
I know about Laura.
Yeah, she's really good. But I've also got some comedy lined up at Braz. Part of the Castle Hotel, and that's going to be slightly a different comedy. My shows are very adaptable. I can make them for large marquees with huge big names. I can make them for smaller venues which target a certain audience, and obviously at Braz. I mean, have you been in there recently?
Not lately, no.
Oh God, it's so lovely. It really is such a lovely venue.
Had a nice meal in there a while back.
Yeah, well, it's just lovely, and the service is nice in there, and they're really, really friendly. So we're going to be trying some comedy in Braz as well, and their first show is on the 23rd of January. Again, they're working on how to sell tickets and things at the moment, but look out for that. And one of the headlines starting off their shows is a chap called James Redmond. If you don't know him, Google him. But
James Redmond?
Yeah.
As in the actor James Redmond?
Yeah, he used to be in Casualty.
Yeah, I know James Redmond.
Yeah, he's a stand-up comedian now.
No.
He is. And he's funny.
He is actually a really nice bloke as well.
He'll be there on the 23rd of January in Braz, so that's going to be a sellout, I'm sure. And Taunton people that came to the Comedy Festival in June will be delighted to know that our MC Jeff Whiting is coming back to host the events in Braz as well. He loved Taunton. He loved that night. He can't believe how excited people got for a raffle prize of a year's worth of cake.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Hilarious.
Yeah, I don't think he realised that everyone in that audience really wanted that cake.
I know.
So we've got the two new venues. We've got the CIC, which is that lovely shaped building at the top of Paul Street.
Yes.
It's like a hexagonal stuck on at
right,
the top
it's literally
of
in the corner, yeah.
It is, and it's kind of like a TARDIS. It doesn't look very big from the outside, but we reckon we can get 65 people in there and a stage and some good quality comedians on a Thursday night, and just start bringing some proper nightlife back to Taunton,
Yeah.
some regular comedy in different venues. We were talking about perhaps doing one at the Lawns in the future, or even the Vivery Club. I'm going to check that out when I go to the quiz on Friday.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, just basically put shows where people want them.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I need to know that do Taunton people want this?
Yeah.
It takes a lot of effort
think so.
putting these shows on. I think so too. I mean, comedy just got such a wide appeal.
Well, it's like you were saying earlier on. The thing with comedy is it's feel good, isn't it? And it can be a win-win situation because there is so much negativity in so many ways. And providing the price is right and the entertainment quality is bang on.
None of my shows will be the same, and actually probably none of them will be the same price. They're going to appeal to different people.
Yeah.
You know, so you're going to have prices from £8 up to £50. You know, just depending on the venue and the headline act, basically. But it is a win-win. It'll be local people that are hosting the venues. It'll be local drink providers, food providers, caterers, that type of thing. So we're keeping the money in Taunton.
Tell me a good idea as well at one of the nights is to have like an open mic night where people can come up and just do a couple of minutes stand up if they've always fancied doing it. And sometimes you can find some really good raw talent.
You volunteering, Darren?
No, I'm not.
But you're funny.
Although do you know what? When we were doing that stuff at the cricket club, and what was it called again? It was called the Laughter Lounge, I think it was called.
Yeah.
We had a few nights of the Laughter Lounge. And I was sort of doing sort of the music side of things and the PA side of stuff. And there was a time when I just had to go on the stage just to make some adjustments, and everybody thought that I was the MC. And I froze. I thought, God, what am I going to say here?
Yeah,
what am I
it's
going to do
scary,
here?
isn't it?
And I know that in my own right, when I'm doing like a compare gig or whatever, this, that, and the
Yeah.
other, I know that I can stand there and hold a crowd and take the mickey out of somebody. And
I
and
can
tell a few
I can do
jokes.
it sometimes.
But specifically standing there in that "you are a comedian, make us laugh" environment. Is a bit daunting, but
yeah,
I think
it
it's
is
worth.
daunting. We are looking at open mics. We're also looking at doing some training courses for people that do want to learn the trade, and also teaching children. You know, maybe children can grow up with some comedy and some lightheartedness in their life.
Good. Well, it's a lot going on with the Taunton Comedy Festival. We've got more from Trish coming up right now. This is the new song from James Blunt. This is called Bonfire Heart.
Your mouth is a revolver.
It's 107.8. ToneFM. I've just done something.
You made my heart stop. Listener, seriously,
Right,
you should have
okay,
been here.
Yeah, okay. You will only ever find out what that is if you ever ask Trish and myself personally. But it's all right. You can calm down now. You look like you're having a hot flush.
Well, no, seriously, Darren, you frightened me.
It's 17 minutes past 8. James Blunt and Bonfire Heart with a bit of Stardust on the way. And some stuff going on. If you've got stuff going on in and around town, we'd like to talk about it, please. You can send us the details either through the website, tonefm.co.uk, or you can post it up on Facebook. Trish, what have you got for me?
Oh, I'm glad you let me go first. The All Things Vintage and Lovely at Woodlands Castle on
Now,
Saturday.
this has been doing the rounds. It's been promoted for quite a while now, and I love the name of it, All Things Nice and Lovely, or Vintage and Lovely.
Oh, it's just fantastic. And you slung this at me at no notice at all to read
But you're
about,
a professional.
But not knowing that I'm actually going to this with some friends
You are
on Saturday.
going?
I am genuinely going to this on Saturday, and I can't wait.
Tell us about it.
It's going to be everything shabby chic. It's going to be everything hearts and loves and flowers and
I like shabby
handmade.
chic stuff.
I love shabby chic.
There's some really nice stuff on East Reach, actually. Obviously, the Think
Oh,
Amy
the
shop.
Think Amy shop.
And there's a shop opposite which does shabby chic on the junction of I can't remember which road it is now, but it's kind of it's just near the garage.
There's lots of it around. There's also on the markets in town as well.
Yeah, some very nice ones.
There's a couple
particularly around
there.
Christmas. Last year, we saw some lovely shabby chic market stores that came to town.
Yeah, well, you know, you can never have too much. You know, don't ask my husband though; he can't stand it. But I love it. So there's going to be vintage and retro and handmade stores, including fashion, jewellery, lots more. Take cash. I don't think many of these places take cards and things, so take loads of cash with you. I also think, well, no, I know this one. There's going to be live music from Miss Cherry Bomb plus swing dancing, which they did at the wedding. We had a duo at the wedding at the weekend called the Swing Kings.
Oh, we'll talk more about your wedding.
Yeah,
visit in
and there's a
minute.
parlour and a vintage makeover. It's just going to be amazing. That's at Woodlands Castle at Rushton on Saturday, 10:30 to 4:30, and £2 admission.
And what a great venue to have it in as well. So if you're going to that, enjoy it. Make sure you spend lots of money. Some nice Christmas presents there. Tori Bailey's been on to say there's early Christmas prize bingo in aid of the Dorset and Somerset Air Ambulance. It's happening at the Trinity Club in Taunton on the 30th of November. Doors Doors open 6:30. Eyes Down at 7:30. And there's more bingo this Saturday at Creech St Michael Village Hall. Again, Eyes Down at 7:30. And it's in aid of Shaw, which is a former charity of the month. It's Somerset unit for radiotherapy equipment. And kids are welcome too. As I've said, if you've got something going on you'd like us to mention, particularly if it's charity-based, then please let us know, either posting it on Facebook and Twitter or send us the details through the website, tonefm.co.uk, where it's 8:20. Stardust on the way after we've checked out the latest on the roads. Taunton's 107.8 Tone FM. It's 20 to 9, and it's Darren here on The Breakfast Show playing Michael Jackson. Love that song. Do you know, still, even now, I mean, even amongst the kids, when you go out and perform that, play that song at a disco or an event or whatever, it's one what we would call a guaranteed floor filler, in a manner of speaking. My guest today has been the lovely, the very delectable, the very squeezable Trish Calla from the Taunton Comedy Festival. You've been itching to tell me about your wedding that you went to over the weekend.
Oh, yeah, it was brilliant.
I know this is slightly set aside to what we have been talking about this morning.
No, but it's a nice little story.
Tell me about some of the funny things that happened.
Well, it was my friend Tanya Daniel, that got married. She's now Mrs. Tanya Hall Palmer. So she's managed to get a double barrel, which I never managed to do.
Oh, you must be important then, Tanya.
And it was just beautiful. It was at Brimpton Devonshire Yeovil, and it was quite an intimate wedding, and the family are just all fantastic people. It was just like really feel good, full of love type thing. But I need to find out from Tanya how she managed to get away with 2 wedding rings.
What?
At the service, she had the yellow gold one.
Yeah.
And then the registrar said, and now for the second wedding ring. And I thought, okay,
Really?
so she's got a double-barreled name, and now she's got 2 rings, so she had a white gold one as well. And apparently when she went in to choose her ring, she really couldn't decide, so her husband decided to buy both.
Really?
Bonus.
2 wedding rings?
2 wedding rings.
That's original.
Yeah, and her dress was beautiful, and the whole day was beautiful. And of my bunch of friends, we've been friends for 15 years, Ginny, Viv, Tanya, Lorna and myself, for years and years and years I was the only married one, and now Lorna got married first, then Ginny, then Tanya, and my friend Vivian's getting married next April.
And you're getting divorced?
No way.
No,
I've done 27 years. I'm not letting him go. Not the amount of training I've put in. No, I'm happy. I love my husband.
Oh,
but it was really, really lovely. And I want you to do the disco for Viv's wedding, by the way.
Is that who you were texting me about last night?
Yeah. What makes rates there, Darren? And my nephew and niece-in-law, whatever, Jack and Danny are getting married next year as well.
Really?
So lots of weddings and stuff.
Oh, give him my card then.
And I want to talk to your guest from yesterday,
Rachel Southwood.
Rachel Southwood. I need to get in contact with her. How funny would it be to do a comedy wedding?
Yeah, no, I think that'd be good.
You know?
Yeah, no, I like that idea. There's definitely, I'm guessing you heard a fair bit of what Rachel had to say yesterday.
I couldn't turn off. I loved it.
So that's great. Well, maybe I'll put you in touch with Rachel with that then, because that would make a really good article to write about.
Magazine,
for the magazine.
Yeah.
And they're generally looking for good, fun articles as well. So I'm sure that they would be more than happy to help you out there.
I've got the full plan in my head. It was buzzing around yesterday, but it could be mega. It could be almost be a competition as well, to win this wedding.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was another idea I had.
That's for Wedding Ideas magazine, by the way.
Yes, yeah, which I looked at last night online. Fabulous.
It's a good little magazine, isn't it?
Yeah, and I've been married for 27 years. I really don't need to know, but love it. So just, it's all about fun. It's all about love and laughter. Love and laughter. An alternative Valentine's comedy night out.
Like it.
Don't want to sit with your missus in a restaurant paying for overpriced food and rubbish service potentially on a very busy night of the year. So how about a love and laughter comedy where you can go and have a laugh together?
Like it.
And even if you're not in a relationship,
don't talk about this on air because somebody
single.
might pinch your ideas.
No, they won't. They wouldn't dare. It's mine.
Well, I'm thinking about pinching it.
Well, you're going to be working there anyway, Darren.
Right, okay. So back to this wedding then at the weekend. Any disasters or anything? 'Cause I love hearing about wedding stories.
Oh, blimey. Okay, confession.
Go on.
I trod on the bride's dress.
Oh, Trish.
I know. It was outside in the mud and it was a beautiful dress as well.
Oh, no.
She was very sweet though. She kind of just went...
Did you have a big footprint on it?
A little bit, but mine wasn't the only one by the end of the day. I mean, wedding dresses do get trashed.
At the end of the
bin.
night, they do look really trashed at the end of it, particularly around the bottom. But see, years and years ago, people used to have the wedding dress on until the evening do. Then they'd go upstairs, get changed and come in something a bit more
not nowadays.
relaxed. No, it's wedding dress all the way through.
Yeah, and it was beautiful. And hopefully it will wash off, and I'm so sorry, Tanya.
Trish, you're a nightmare.
I was cuddling a baby at the time. I wasn't concentrating.
Oh, broody, Anna, oh dear. Right, okay, Trish, listen, we're going to have to finish up here now.
I know, I've got to go to work. Boo.
Is there a boo? Anything else that you need to cram in before you go?
No, just really the Christmas chuckles, really.
Yes.
The website is tauntoncomedyfestival.co.uk. There's a big red button on the front of there. Just click that away and go get your tickets. There aren't many left, but don't miss out on a great night. It's going to be fantastic.
And it's at the Somerset County Cricket Club. And it'll be downstairs in the county room with buffet and everything. And it'll just be a really good way to spend Christmas slightly different. So definitely, if you're not decided on what you're going to do for you and your workmates yet, just a group of half a dozen or whatever.
I was going to say, there are tables of 10, but you don't have to have a table of 10.
That's a great thing about a comedy night as well. You can put people that don't know each other together.
Absolutely.
Because they've all got one thing in common, and that's laughter.
There is, and there's some big surprises on the night as well, so don't miss out. Yeah, big surprises.
Well, thank you very much for coming in again.
Thank you.
No doubt you'll be rocking up again sometime soon, I guess.
Absolutely,
so we'll put a date in the diary. Always nice to have you here. It's 1:45.